Practice our online training match. Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta do this. Come on.
This will be a good fight.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stays cool and counters. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block. Will this super art connect? I can't keep track of these corner switches. Player one turned this right around with that super. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player two will have to fight back here without any drive. All right, what's experiencing burnout? Went for the chip kill. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. From low heavy to... Crushes that off and keeps going. Quick dashing. Brings out the super art. How is this going to work out for them? How will this impact things? Going in? Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. How's this? Smart play with the throw. What'll happen here? Player two, this is the KO! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player one has been really leaning on that drive gauge. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Had the radar up and running. Oh! The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player one in trouble with in there. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How's this? Grabs and throws them away. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Down to the wire. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player two brushes that off and keeps going. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player one will look to apply pressure here. You've got to be mindful of reaching. Goes to the air. Hold your breath. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. What are you jumping in for? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. How's this? The last round. It's now or never. There's an overdrive Shoryu. Throws the fire and whips. They're wide open. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. Get your plates ready. Damage is on. Reads the jump in perfectly. Players. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Answers with a fireball. Turns out. Oh, sees right through him. Chips him for the win. Player two really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. right to be on guard there. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 2 has the life advantage. Can they exploit this advantage? No good up high. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Grabs him, knockdown. Player 2, KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Hit them with a stop and pop. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Knockdown and player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They're going for the super arc. This Dragon Lash Flame could be big. Arc drops from the air. There's a Dragon Pack. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Open with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last time. Nowhere to run. Dragon left more fuel for the fire. Hook them up. This is going to hurt. Aim for the shit. Connects with the throw. Dangerous range here. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? See that? Amazing! Burns out! They gotta find something to work with here! Oh my! Are you kidding me? One more! Player 1 made some smart moves there! Great game!
Great match. Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Gotta do this. Come on.
I'll take on all of you. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Definitely saw that counter coming. Throws him down. Uh-oh. Falls short. Whiffing a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Neither of them willing to back off here. Throws him. What's next? Takes a trip. Grabs him. Gets the knockdown. And now adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. One combo can end this round right now. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Shifu Jinrai doing the fifth. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round 2. Fight.
Jump, nice counter. Stops the attack by using the drive kick. Grabs him, takes advantage of the hesitation, and gets some good damage in return. Looking to plant him with the pile driver. Both fighters planning something? Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown and a super art, the Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Now, it closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Overhead, but it won't work.
That's what you are.
Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Reads the jump in perfectly. They push their way out, finds the target. What are they gonna do? Oh, yo, rock, super hit. Both sides getting ready. Burns out. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Puts them on a t-shirt with that finish.
How'd I lose?
Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Pressuring them in the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Life Lead overheats it up with a combo into super. What a clutch side kicks there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Jumps a smart play to stop the opponent there. Brushes that off and keeps going. Jumps. Checks him with a projectile. Player one is working with a baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Flashes him. Uses the gauge for a super art. Triple Jinrai hit. Good damage option there. A quick breather. Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Both fighters planning something? Drive gauge gap here. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. All the throw connects. Knockdown and pump, nothing but air. Are we gonna dig in deep to get that drive in? Screw pile driver! There's no escape! The overhead cannot! Okay, closes it out! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
How's this? For you! This is it! Who's gonna take it off? Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Good instincts to spend resources. Sees the overhead coming. Player one can't use drive at the low. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. What's that off? Reach out and hug him. A real test of nerves here. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? They think it's time to block this out. Shreds them with a critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Player two can't use any try-throughs. Gotta play it safe. No one could have called that. Player one clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Flashes him. Still slugging it out at this range. That drive impact doesn't get through. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Combo with the target combo. Very solid corner switch. Gets out of the corner. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player one chases him down. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. This match will be decided on how they manage their soup, baits out the attack, and gets the punish counter. Almost no drive, ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Slips the ground. Jump, smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Jumps up, side switch in the corner. Still scrapping for control of the space. Saw that coming. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Target lock and scoop. Both fighters, the overhead denied. Life lead is there, but still a KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
This body of iron. Fight round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sees the overhead coming. Still slugging it out at this range. Nice double lariat. With super arts into play, it's really anything trying to act quickly but with the attack. Player 1 drops that on. Tries it back, misses. Come on now, let me hear you say it. Shinryu. Reppa. Amazing. And whiffs. They're wide open. Player clutch anti-air. Oh my god, they just choked it up. What's next? No, critical art now? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Show me everything you have.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Blocks the jump-in. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Throws him down. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Takes a trip. Gets the counter hit throw. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Gets them. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Will that super be the turning point? Hits him with a stop and pop. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Burnout activates. This is gonna hurt. Knockout, and we have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. They're going for the super art. KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Gotta do this. Come on.
I'm not gonna lose.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Difficult situation for a throw. The throw hits, now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Neither can lean on their drive too hard right now. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Takes a trip. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play. Heats it up with a combo into super. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Right lead opens up. Shoryuken? Player two will have to fight back here without any drive. Flashes up. Player one has depleted their drive gauge. In there! Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Spending that drive gauge. Pops him with a Shoryu. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Player two will look to apply pressure. It's a good spot to use the super. A quick breather. Jumps. That combo hits him with a stop and bounce. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Medium kick and eats it. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta put solid anti-air. Vintage. Oh my god, what's gonna happen?
You need training.
Wraps it up with a throw. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They were right to be on guard there. Launches with a Tenku kick. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Player two chases them down. Brings out the super. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Spending that drive gauge. Peppers them with the light, brushes that off and keeps going. Goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Shoryuken? A quick breather. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Connect with big the low. Knockdown and flashes him. Turning it right up with a super. Shippujin right hit. Good damage option. Looking for a hold. Experiencing burnout. Player one can't and whiffs. They're wide open. Closes it out. Player two was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Gotta do this.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Definitely sell that counter coming. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Lots of aggression from both sides. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Life lead opens up. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player two can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Experiencing burnout. They're both out of drive gauge. Will they press on or wait it out? Risky up-close scrap scoop went for the chip kill. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Smart play with the throw. Going in? Come upstairs. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Both fighters planning something? Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Scrapping it out up close. Connects with the throw. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Experiencing burnout. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 has depleted their drive move, but they are still within range to win this round. This is a critical moment. The Shifusen. Amazing. Will this super art do anything? Just what they were after. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight round. Fight.
How's this? Low double. Risky play, but it pays off. Player, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Forcing them to block the drive impact near the corner is a very smart play on their part. Target combo into... Jumps while they're blinking. Taking chunks out of it. This can lead to some big damage. Get your plates ready. Damage is on the menu. Looking to follow up after that target. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Shifuji Breakthrough. This is gonna take a chunk. This is it. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player 1 can't let this grab it up with a throw. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runback. Jumps in. Quick dash in. Side switch in the corner. Gets out of the corner. The jump in is denied. Trips him up. Player 1 is using their drive liberally. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. The super art finds its mark. No good up high. The jump in catches them. Life lead opens up. The quarter makes it hard to get some. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like the wicked smart play to stop the opponent there. Pops them with a shorty. Misses the drive impact. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. From upstairs. Burnout activates. A quick breather. Player 1 in dire straits bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Going in? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Back into the corner. What setup do they have? The corner throw ends it. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta do
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Opts for the throw. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 1 adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. All right, what's coming up next? The throw misses. Nice counter. takes a trip. Player one will look to apply pressure. They're going for the super art. Closing moment, experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Burnout, a KO! Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Gets the knockdown, and now uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player two will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Goes with the safe stuff with that ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Cannon spike. The low. Player two has the super gauge advantage. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Player two, this unleashes some big damage. Player one can't use odds for the critical art. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Execute!
Closes it out.
How'd I lose?
No problems. Got to press on.
Fight round. Fight.
That's tough, risky play, but it pays off. Player, this is gonna hurt. Putting the cherry on top. Player one with them sets up with the jump in. Nothing stops this train. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Yes, sir. More damage, please. Gets him with a Euro strike. Excellent block. Who will set the bait at this range? Raw super hard incoming. Dashes out on a triple kick. What a finish!
How's that?
Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Spin knuckle. Uses the target combo as a filler. Blocks the impact. You can block impact, so you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. This is the range where things get messy. And then goes for the super art? Well, barely gets them. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Rushing attack to start. That's a nice way to get someone's attention. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. This is a tough situation to be in with no drive but experiencing burnout. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Both fighters are out of drive. Miraculous grab. Jump? A quick breather. A super art? The Dragon Last Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage.
How's this?
Now, can they finish the job? Player one, well, this is gonna hurt. Crowns them from above. Connects with the throw. Player one has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. With sight, that was the highest I've ever seen. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Impact squash. Player two will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last round. Amazing! Oh, misses the grab. Oh, there connects with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Drive parry. Barely blocks the throws him. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player burns out. Oh, the throw connects. Reversal. Player draws super hard incoming. Dragon Last Flame cooks him up good. This may turn into a big chance. There's a burnout. Player two can't let this simmer. Will this super art do anything? Player two. Oh, yo, run super here. Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? No one could have called that! was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Takes the ball. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Jinrai kicks for a mix-up. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Good work staying in throw range there. Player 1 takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. All right, what's coming up next? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Holds out with the block. Knocked down. Heading into the end game now. Experiencing burnout. Whiffs the throw. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Jumps up. Good job blocking the jumper. They're going for the KO.
One more.
Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Tries to set the tone with that. Solid combo. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Big throws. Knockdown, and player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Scrapping it out up close. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Breaks the block with a throw. Going in. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. This is a burnout activates. A quick breather. Are we gonna see a comeback? You need guts to pull that off. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Connects with the throw. But reads the jump in perfectly. How did they read that throw? Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? Gotta do better than that. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 can't let this simmer. It slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Plenty of help. Raw super hard incoming. What were they thinking? Player 1 can't turn down. Getting up close and personal. Looking to follow up. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Still alive? Still alive?
Locked on.
It just gets there. Perfection. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Ooh, what's this? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 has the life lead. What's the play here? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Perfect spends the meter to throw on some massive damage. Player 1 must be feeling good after that super, but they gotta keep on the gas. What a clutch side kicks there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Heading into the end game. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They block the overhead and misses the drive impact. You do not want to whiff an impact. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Burnout activates. Going in. Player 1 has an empty. They're going for the super art. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Gets scooped from down low. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Not much life left, but they're drawing. It's a good spot to use the super. Hanging on for dear life. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Are we gonna see a comeback? Yo, put the KO! final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
I've got dragon!
Jump, smart way to stop the opponent there. Sets up with the jump in. Golden chain slice. Steals back a chance. Crowns him from above. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player one connects with the throw. Are they going to be able to come back and putting the cherry on top? Scrambling here to avoid that corner. A jump. Perfect execution. Closes it out. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Flashes him. Throws him to negate the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. All right, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. The jump in is denied.
How's this?
Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Takes a trip. From up above. KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Nice counter. Double lariat and now grabs him. That throw will do some good damage. Looking for a chance. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Both fighters planning something? Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Target locked and scoop. Are we gonna see a comeback? The overhead kick, what a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jump! Reads the jump in perfectly. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Throws them. Both sides getting ready. A jump in? What are they gonna do? Plenty of help. Full gauges. There's a burnout. Off to spin the meter on the super. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Wraps it up with a throw. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the throw. There's a corner switch. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. And gets down to the wire. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Knockdown. From up above, heats it up with a combo into super. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Looking for a chance. Burnout activates. Player finishes it with the anti-air. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Combo with the target combo. Flashes it. That combo did decent damage. Player one will be experiencing burnout. Scrapping it out up close. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Smart, that back throw was huge. Triple Jinrai hits. Good damage on him. A quick breather. Player one just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinked. Oh my god, they just trumped it up. Both fighters are hurt. Reach out and hug them. You need guts to pull that off. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. They were right to be on guard there. The super, hold your breath.
I am on my game!
Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Oh, easy tech. Brushes off the throw. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. All right, what goes for the super art? Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Very solid corner switch. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Not close enough for the throw. Gets the jump. Looking to plant him with a pile dart. It's too much. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jump. Experiencing burnout. Back throw for the side switch. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Triple Jinrai hits. Good damage on him. Going in. Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Blocks it. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Zones with the fireball. Sure you can? Both fighters planning something? Pops him with a Shoryu. Knockdown and... Player two has the... There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Barely blocks the jump in. This is gonna hurt. But there's a burnout. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Jumps in. Both sides getting ready. In attack range. Up and over. Doesn't take the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. How's this? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jumps up. Target lock and scoop. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Nothing stops this train. A jump. Connects with the throw. What's next? Somehow manages to block the jump in. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Not in range for the throw. This is the time to believe in your ability. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Keys to the burn perfectly executed. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Let me have some fun.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Heats it up with a combo into super knockdown. Life lead opens up. Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. That's a counter. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Throws out a projectile. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their grounding. Jumps rising, uppercut. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Both experiencing burnout. Ooh, what a smart blow. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Jump! This is gonna hurt! The crown KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Take on all of you. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 2 with the life lead. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Burnout is triggered. Reads them. That slight doubt is all it took. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
How's this?
Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Flashes him. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 needs to use the cutter to... Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive beat. This is a very prepared... Uses the gauge for a super arm. Shimbo Jinrai hit. Good damage option there. Going in. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Jumps anti-air in this one. That's gonna leave him rattled. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to get the tips with the low heavies. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Still slugging it out here. The grab misses. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Taking stock. The jump in is denied. Holds out with the block. KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Hits them with a stopping block. Closes the gap. Uses the gauge for a super art. Shippujinrai hits. Good damage option there. Both fighters planning something? Player one, they were right to be on guard there. Player two will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Genius read. Player two has the meter lead. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player one will look to apply pressure here. At least one of them is having a good time. They're going for the super art. Can they claw their way back and give themselves a chance to win? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Put in there! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can fill themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Is that going to condition them to be more conservative? Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Smart throw. That'll do more damage than you. Will this super art connect? Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Holds out with a block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Jumps in. Oh, easy 10. Player two chases them down. Going in. In there. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player two has the life advantage. Time to sit on the lead. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Smart play with the throw. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Burnout activates. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checking their opponent. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? What's the play here? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one is just about out of drive after that. They were ready for the air attack. Asks to be let out of the corner, but it's a no. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Good parry here to try and make something happen. It's not easy to parry projectiles in the heat of a match, but it's definitely effective. Player two chases them down. Taking stock. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Nails the anti-air. All right, what's coming up next? Nice counter. In a dire situation. In there. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Caught in their cross-up. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here, experiencing burnout. They're both drivers. This is gonna get messy. Going in? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Bomb critical. What's gonna happen? Just goes for it at this range. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Their jock brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Takes a trip, baits out the attack, and gets the punish. Gets him. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Target locked and scoop. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Grabs and throws him away. Knockdown and goes for the jump in. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Crowns him from above. Dragon uses the gauge for a super art. Shifu Jinrai doing the business. What'll happen here? Oh, yo! Rock in there! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The super armor does its job. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Is that a good decision? The attack is parried. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Not shy with the grab. Target locked and scoop. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. And that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up hits them with a stop and block. Closes the gap. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Looking for a chance. Just goes for it at this range. Players looking to plant him with a pile drive. Going in. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive repairs. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Jumps up. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. And whips. They're wide open. Reach out and hug them. Hit them with a quick low kick. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Uses the target combo with a filler. Checks him with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Gets the crossover. Jumps over their opponent and tags them with the jump attack to flip their block direction. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. This is a real back and forth match proceeding. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still sneaks in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
How's this?
No, put that away. Jump, brushes that off and keeps going. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a parry to answer the impact. So on point. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Bet that.
Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? What'll happen here? Still slugging it out at this range. Connects with the throw. Going in? Player 2 will need to use their meter here wisely. Oh, Russian handshake. Raw super hard incoming. Dragon, what a finish. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.